Parsha 35, Naso, which means take. It is Numbers 4:21 through 7:89. Adonai said to Moshe, "Take a census of the descendants of Gershon, also by the clans and families. Count all those between 30 and 50 years old, who will enter the corps doing the work of serving in the tent of meeting. The Gershon families are to be responsible for serving and for transporting loads. They are to carry the curtain of the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, its coverings, the fine leather coverings above it, the screens for the entrance to the tent of meeting, the tapestries for the courtyard, and the screen for the entrance to the court of the tabernacle and around the altar, along with the ropes and all of the utensils they need for their service. And they are to do the work connected with these things. Aaron and his sons are to supervise all the work of the Gershon clan in transporting loads and serving, and to assign them who is to carry what. This is how the Gershon families are to serve in the tent of meeting, and they are to be under the direction of Itmar, the son of Aaron, the Cohen. As for the descendants of Merari, take a census by clans and families, of all those between 30 and 50 years old, all who will be in the corps doing the work of serving in the tent of meeting. Their service for the tent of meeting will be to carry the frames, crossbars, posts, and sockets of the tabernacle, also the posts for the surrounding courtyard, with their sockets, tent pegs, ropes, and other accessories, and everything having to do with their service. You are to assign particular loads to specific persons by name. This is how the Merari family are to serve in the tent of meeting, directed by Itmar, the son of Aaron, the Cohen. Moshe, Aaron, and the community leaders took a census by the descendant of Kehat, by their clans and families, all those between 30 and 50 years old who were part of the corps serving in the tent of meeting. Registered by their families, they numbered 2,750. Those are the ones counted from the Kehat family, of all those serving in the tent of meeting, whom Moshe and Aaron enumerated in keeping with the order given by Adonai through Moshe. The census of the descendants of Gershon by their clans and families, all those between 30 and 50 years old, who were part of the corps serving in the tent of meeting, yielded 2,630, registered by their clans and families. These are the ones counted from the families of the descendants of Gershon, of all those serving in the tent of meeting, whom Moshe and Aaron enumerated in keeping with the order given by Adonai. The census of the family of the descendants of Merari by their clans and families, all those between 30 and 50 years old, who were part of the corps serving in the tent of meeting, yielded 3,200, registered by their families. These are the ones counted from the families of the descendants of Merari, whom Moshe and Aaron enumerated, in keeping with the order given by Adonai through Moshe. The census of the Livrim, whom Moshe, Aaron, and the leaders of Israel enumerated by their clans and families, all those between 30 and 50 years old, who were part of those working to carry loads of the tent of meeting, yielded a total of 8,580 persons. According to Adonai's order, they were appointed by Moshe, each one to his specific service or work. They were also enumerated as Adonai had ordered Moshe. Adonai said to Moshe, "Order the people of Israel to expel the camp, everyone with zarat, everyone with a discharge, and whoever is unclean because of touching a corpse. Both male and female you must expel. Put them outside the camp so that they won't defile their camp, where I live among you." The people of Israel did this, and put them outside the camp. The people of Israel did what Adonai had said to Moshe. Adonai said to Moshe, "Tell the people of Israel, when a man or woman commits any kind of sin against another person, and thus breaks the faith with Adonai, he incurs guilt. He must confess the sin which he has committed, and he must make full restitution for his guilt. Add 20% and give it to the victim of his sin. But if the person who has no relative to whom the restitution can be made for the guilt, then what is given in restitution for guilt will belong to Adonai, that is, to the Cohen. In addition to the ram of atonement, through which atonement is made for him, every contribution which the people of Israel consecrate and present to the Cohen will belong to him. Anything an individual consecrates will be his own, to allocate among the Kohanim. But what a person gives to the Cohen will belong to him." Adonai said to Moshe, "Tell the people of Israel, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, that is, if another man goes to bed with her without the husband's knowledge, so that she becomes impure secretly, there is no witness against her, and she was not caught in the act, then if a spirit of jealousy comes over him, and he is jealous of his wife, and she becomes impure, or for that matter, if the spirit of jealousy comes over him, and he is jealous of his wife, and she has not become impure, he is to bring his wife to the Kohen along with the offering for her, 2 quarts of barley flour, on which he has not poured olive oil, or put frankincense, because it is a grain offering for jealousy, a grain offering for remembering, for recalling guilt to mind. The Kohen will bring her forward and place her before Adonai. The Kohen will put holy water in a clay pot, and then the Kohen will take some of the dust on the floor of the tabernacle and put it in the water. The Kohen will place the woman before Adonai, unbind the woman's hair, and put the grain of offering for remembering in her hands, the grain of offering for jealousy. While the Kohen has this in his hand the water of embitterment and cursing, the Kohen will make her swear by saying to her, "If no man has gone to bed with you, if you have not gone astray to make yourself unclean while under your husband's authority, then be free from this water of embitterment and cursing. But if you have in fact gone astray while under your husband's authority and become unclean because some man other than your husband has gone to bed with you, then the Kohen is to make the woman swear with an oath that includes a curse. The Kohen will say to the woman, 'May Adonai make you an object of cursing and condemnation among your people, by making your private parts shrivel and your abdomen swell up. May this water cause the curse that causes the curse go into your inner parts and make your abdomen swell and your private parts shrivel up.' And the woman is to respond, 'Amen, amen.' The Kohen is to write these curses on the scroll, wash them off with the water of embitterment, and make the woman drink the water of embitterment and cursing. The water of cursing will enter her and become bitter. Then the Kohen is to remove the grain offering for jealousy from the woman's hand, wave the grain offering before Adonai, and bring it to the altar. The Kohen is to take a handful of the grain offering as its remainder portion and make it go up in smoke on the altar. Afterwards he is to make the woman drink the water. When he has made her drink the water, then if she is unclean and been unfaithful to her husband, the water that causes the curse will enter her and become bitter, so that her abdomen swells and her private parts shrivel up, and the woman will become an object of cursing among her people. But if the woman is not unclean, but clean, then she will be innocent, and will have children. This is the law for jealousy. When either a wife under the husband's authority goes astray and becomes unclean, or the spirit of jealousy comes over a husband, and he becomes jealous of his wife, then he is to place the woman before Adonai, and the Kohen is to deal with her in accordance with all of this law. The husband will be clear of guilt, but the wife will bear the consequences of her guilt. Adonai said to Moshe, "Tell the people of Israel, when either a man or a woman makes a special kind of vow, the vow of a Nazir, consecrating himself to Adonai, he is to abstain from wine and other intoxicating liquor. He is not to drink vinegar from either source. He is not to drink grape juice, and he is not to eat grapes or raisins. So as long as he remains a Nazir, he is to eat nothing derived from grapevine, not even the grape skins or the seeds. Throughout the period of his vow as a Nazir, he is not to shave his head until the end of time for which he has consecrated himself to Adonai. He is to be holy. He is to let his hair on his head grow long. Throughout the period for which he has consecrated himself to Adonai, he is not to approach a corpse. He is not to make himself unclean for his father, mother, brother, or sister when they die, since his consecration to God is on his head. Throughout the time of his being a Nazir, he is holy for Adonai. If someone next to him dies very suddenly so that he defiles his consecrated head, then he is to shave his head on the day of his purification. He is to shave it on the 7th day. On the 8th day he is to bring 2 doves or 2 pigeons to the Kohen at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The Kohen is to prepare one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering, and thus make atonement for him, inasmuch as he sinned because of the dead person. That same day he is to reconsecrate his head. He is to consecrate to Adonai the full period of his being as Nazir by bringing a male lamb in its first year as a guilt offering. The previous day will not be counted because his consecration became defiled. This is a law for the Nazir. When his period of consecration is over, he is to be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting, where he will present his offering to Adonai, 1 male lamb in its first year without defect as a burnt offering, 1 female lamb in its first year without defect as a sin offering, 1 ram without defect as a peace offering, a basket of matzah, loaves made of fine flour mixed with olive oil, unleavened wafers spread with olive oil, their grain offering, and their drink offering. The Kohen is to bring them before Adonai, offering his sin offering, his burnt offering, and his ram as a sacrifice for peace offerings to Adonai, with the basket of matzah. The Kohen will also offer the grain offering and the drink offering that go with the peace offering. The Nazir will shave his consecrated head at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Take the hair removed from his consecrated head and put it on the fire under the sacrifice of the peace offering. When the ram has been boiled, the Kohen is to take its shoulder, 1 loaf of matzah from the basket, and 1 unleavened wafer, and place them in the hands of the Nazir. After he has shaved his consecrated head, the Kohen is to wave them as a wave offering before Adonai. This is set aside for the Kohen, along with the breast for waving and the raised up thigh. Following that, the Nazir may drink wine. This is a law for the Nazir who makes a vow and for his offering to Adonai for his being a Nazir. In addition to anything more for which he has sufficient means, in keeping with whatever vow he makes, he must do it according to the law for the Nazir. Adonai said to Moshe, "Speak to Aaron and his sons and tell them this is how you are to bless the people of Israel. You are to say to them, May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai make his face to shine on you and show you favor. May Adonai lift up his face toward you and give you peace. In this way, they are to put my name on the people of Israel, so that I will bless them." On the day Moshe finished putting up the tabernacle, he anointed and consecrated it, all its furnishings and the altar with its utensils. After anointing and consecrating them, the leaders of Israel who were heads of their families' clans, made an offering. These were the tribal leaders in charge of those counted in the census. They brought their offering before Adonai: 6 covered wagons, 12 oxen, a wagon for every 2 leaders and for each ox, and presented them in front of the tabernacle. Adonai said to Moshe, "Receive these from them. They are to be used for the service in the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levirim, to each as needed for his duties." So Moshe took the wagon and oxen and gave them to the Levirim. He gave 2 wagons and 4 oxen to the descendants of the Gershom in keeping with their needs of their duties. 4 wagons and 8 oxen he gave to the descendants of Merari in keeping with the needs for their duties, directed by Itmar, son of Aaron, the Kohen. But to the descendants of Kehat he gave none, because their duties involved the holy articles, which they carried on their own shoulders. The leaders brought the offering for dedicating the altar on the day it was anointed. The leaders brought their offerings before the altar, and Adonai said to Moshe, "They are to present their offering to dedicate the altar, each leader on his own day." Heshan, the son of Amminadab, from the tribe of Judah, presented his offering on the first day. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, 3¼ pounds, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, using the sanctuary shekel, which is 1¾ pounds, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering. 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, about 1/4 pound, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Nashon, son of Amminadab. On the second day, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar, leader of Ishkar, presented his offering. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, 3¼ pounds, 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, using the sanctuary shekel, 1¾ pounds, full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, 1/4 pound, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Nathaniel, the son of Zuar. On the third day, Eliab, the son of Helon, the leader of Zebulun, presented his offering. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice for peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs in their first year. And this was the offering of Eliab, the son of Helon. On the fourth day was Eleazar, the son of Shedeur, the leader of the descendants of Reuben. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 pan of 10 shekels, 1 pan of gold, of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. That was the offering of Elitzer, the son of Shudur. On the 5th day was Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai, leader of the descendants of Shimon. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. On the 6th day was Elias, the son of Deuel, the leader of the descendants of Gad. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. On the 7th day was Elishma, the son of Ammihud, the leader of the descendants of Ephraim. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Elishma, the son of Ammihud. On the 8th day was Gamaliel, the son of Pahudzur, the leader of the descendants of Manasseh. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Gamaliel, the son of Pahudzur. On the 9th day was Avidan, the son of Gideoni, the leader of the descendants of Benjamin. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Avidan, the son of Gideoni. On the 10th day was Achiezer, the son of Ammishaddai, leader of the descendants of Dan. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Achiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day was Pagiel, the son of Ochran, the leader of the descendants of Asher. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin weighing 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offering, the 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Pagiel, the son of Ochran. On the 12th day was Achirah, the son of Enan, the leader of the descendants of Naphtali. He offered 1 silver dish weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels, both full of fine flour mixed with olive oil for a grain offering, 1 gold pan of 10 shekels, full of incense, the young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb in its first year as a burnt offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering of Achri, the son of Enan. This is the offering for the descendants of for dedicating the altar, which was given by the leaders of Israel on the day of its anointing: 12 silver dishes and 12 gold pans. Each silver dish weighed 130 shekels, and each basin 70 shekels. And all the silver of the vessels weighed 2,400 shekels, just over 60 pounds. The 12 gold pans full of incense weighed 10 shekels apiece, using the sanctuary shekel, 1/4 of a pound. All the gold pans weighed 120 shekels, about 3 pounds. The livestock for the burnt offering consisted of 12 bulls, 12 rams, 12 male lambs in their first year with their grain offerings. There were 12 male goats for a sin offering. The livestock for the sacrifice for the peace offerings consisted of 24 bulls, 60 rams, 60 male goats, 60 male lambs in their first year. This was the offering for dedicating the altar after it had been anointed. When Moshe went into the tent of meeting in order to speak with Adonai, he heard the voice speaking to him from above the ark, cover and the ark of the testimony, from between the two Kivrim, and he spoke to him.